Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today on my channel. Today I am bringing you the second sketch for Christy's 30 Days of Sketches, and this one's kind of a fun one. It's kind of got like frames that are hanging down and so forth, and then a big title and journaling, and then a little bit of a ripped area. So I went ahead and I picked out 4 older photos. These are of my brother with my daughter and my mom and my daughter, and what they're doing is they're playing with an elf puppet. So I'm going to date myself, but back when I was younger, when we had Erica, Elf was a popular TV show, and so we had this puppet, and my brother was just teasing with it. So the faces of her giggling is just precious. So I'm going to cut these down to more of a square, probably mat them on white cardstock, and I'm thinking of doing some hand stitching for the frames as they're dangling down. For this little scalloped part of the page, I picked up this paper from Paige Evans, and I thought I could fussy cut it out and put it underneath the matting. I also have, this is going to be my background, probably this one here. And then maybe like this is going to be the little part that's coming out, and then do a ripped part underneath, or vice versa. I've got to figure it out, because I may also just maybe do it this way with the ripped edge, and then I can use this part that's left over for matting the photos. So I'm going to play with it and see what comes up, and then do, like I said, the fussy cutting here. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on fast forward, and we'll see what we can come up with. Okay, so I ended up deciding to go with the kind of that orangey pink color as my background, and the main reason I decided to do that was because I thought the white background with like the confetti polka dots and then the scalloped little dots would end up being too busy. So even though this coral paper is got polka dots as well, it's tone on tone. So when you're putting a busy pattern on top of it, it's not, it reads more as a solid than it would if you had been doing it the other way. So I'm again tearing the bottom like I had in the sketch, and now I'm just going and placing it onto my other piece of paper. And this is just a trick to kind of get your 12 inches. Now I'm going to the top and cutting it even, and now I'm going to go ahead and put one more strip of adhesive down, and I'm cutting off the excess. So basically I'm gutting it and using the 2 pieces, and I'll still have that other left over that I can use for something else. And then I am using it actually to cut the scallops for under 3 of the photos. So the photos I have were older photos from like the late 80s, and back then the photo sizes were not your 4x6, and so I did measure the height of these, or width, however you want to call it, and they were at 3.5. So I ended up taking and cutting off the sides to 3.5 by 3.5 squares. And then I just, because these pictures were taken with a regular camera, we didn't have digital back then, and we were all sitting on the floor at my sister's boyfriend's house. There's things that were distracting, like the computer desk that was on the side, and I think somebody had a beer can, and just different things that were just sitting there that we did try and eventually kind of cover up. And I tried to creatively move things around. So you're going to see I'm going to struggle. And actually, when I was in there, I had originally picked out 4 photos, and the sketch had 5, and they just didn't look, it goes back to those odd numbers, and so I really wanted to try and squeeze one more in, and I was able to get a 5th photo in. So here's where I'm matting them all on the white paper, and then I'm kind of shifting as I go, just trying to decide how I want to put these down. So while I'm adding these, I just want to remind you that down in the description box below is the links to the main pages for everyone who will be scrapbooking this month, either on YouTube or Instagram. Now, we're not linking to the actual videos because some people will be doing it on some days, some will be doing it every day. So I just recommend you go in there, and if you're really interested in following along with the sketches and being motivated, that you subscribe to everyone's channels. That way when they upload a video, you can see that one's been loaded. The other way you can do it is there is a link to the Facebook group that Christy made the last time around, and every day she will upload the sketch. Now, once she uploads the sketch, anyone who creates a layout can post a photo of that layout in the comment section of the sketch. So, and then again, if you do a YouTube video or you have an Instagram page that you want to link to it, you're more than welcome to do that. Just make sure it's in the comment section down below. This is strictly to motivate everyone and to show you how you can use sketches and get some stuff done. So I'm just kind of, again, playing around, trying to, see where I liked them. And finally I just said, okay, you just got to stop. Enough is enough. So now I'm just taking what I cut out for the scallops, and I'm just cutting them to the size of the matted photos and just placing them underneath. So I have one on the left, one on the right, and one in the top. Now the next thing I'm going to do after I get these all glued down is I'm going to go into my desk and grab one of my, I have a a piercing tool, and it's just poking holes into my paper. Now you could use a pin or any kind of an awl, anything that will poke the holes themselves. And I'm just doing just like the sketch has, and I'm just going and poking the holes going up. Off camera I did a back stitch on each of the, going up to the top of the layout. And then I did go through my stash and I grabbed out these different pink bows. I have 3 different solid patterns and then some sparkly ones. And I just thought it kind of finished off the top of each of the photos like they were tied in a bow at the bottom. Now I'm placing my title at the bottom here, and I'm just going to write Elf Giggles. And I thought that was kind of cute because not everyone knows that that's an elf doll. And it was all about the giggles. She was just so funny and cute, laughing at her uncle as he was, playing the get you game with the puppet. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put these down here. And then I did grab out my enamel dots, as you can see on the left hand side. And I am just going to grab out 2 hearts and 2 stars. I think these were from Paige Evans. And I'm just going to put them on either side of the title, very similar to what was in the sketch. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is in the bottom I'm just going to write some journaling. And I just write, there is nothing better than baby giggles. Uncle Brian had you laughing when he played Get You while we visited Aunt Bonnie's boyfriend Frank. Your giggles had everyone laughing with you. And then it was, I just put the date 1988. So I want to thank you so much for stopping by, checking out my video. I will be back again tomorrow with day number 3 of our process videos. And again, make sure you check out the link in the Facebook group. You will enjoy it and get a lot of motivation and inspiration. Here are some close-ups for you, and you all have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.